What's good with you YouTube fam? You guys are watching TheCaliEffect, and today we are going to be playing possibly the best deck going into Link format. We are playing Lightsworn, a deck that is seemingly unaffected by the Link mechanic. The reasoning why is because this deck can splur out so many monsters that summoning cards like Deco Talker and Gyra Saver Video Knight isn't hard for this deck, allowing you to basically go into almost every combo that this deck was doing before Links even came out. Now, for the people that are very excited to play Links and want to play before the mechanic is introduced inside of Death Pro, I am using Dueling Book. The link is down below in the description. Back to the game. This deck abuses the fact that Bujin Hiruko mills 5 cards from the deck to the graveyard, and how we can successfully do this is by abusing Wulf the Lightsworn Beast and our Zoodiac engine to special summon Zoodiac Ratpier from our deck, fulfilling the requirements to summon 2 Beast Warriors. Now, what is not shown is the Bujin Hiruko, which allows us to mill 10 cards instead of 5 during our turn. That's almost good enough for a grass is greener play, seeing that they mill roughly around 15 to 20 cards. 10 cards isn't as much, but it does get you a significant amount to get you going inside of this deck. The next thing is that, man, this deck is just freaking awesome. I don't even understand how fast and rapid this deck can go and still compete with the other decks and completely be unaffected by Links. It's just astonishing seeing how this deck works still within its, you know, the prerequisites. We did get slowed down maybe this much. We can't special summon an additional monster from our extra deck because, or a third additional monster from our extra deck because of Deco Talker, but still the same. If our opponent summoned a Deco Talker or a Link monster that pointed an arrow down, then they are in for, which actually would give us another advantage going second. This deck is just awesome at creating entire boards. It's still Lightsworn to the very core because in worst case scenario, Judgment Dragon can still hit the field on these monstrosities boards. Let's get you guys into the deck profile. The Lightsworn deck is a deck comprised of multiple engines, but enough of my ranting. We're going to get straight to the deck profile because we are on a shortage for time. The Lightsworn monsters we run are 3 copies of Raiden, 3 copies of Wulf, 3 copies of Lyla, and 2 copies of Felice. Every single one of these 4 Lightsworn monsters serve a specific function, from Raiden being able to mill on our main phase, to Lyla being able to destroy back row, from Wulf and Felice being able to special summon themselves when sent to the graveyard. They are extremely important to the deck, especially this 1 copy of Judgment Dragon. Now, this card is used because we run 5 Lightsworns with different names, and I know what you guys are thinking. The TheCaliEffect, get your eyes checked. We'll get your brain checked because Minerva counts as a different Lightsworn. Now, on to the next engine. We do run the Zoodiac engine. I know, right? Everybody wants it dead. 2 copy of Ratpier, 1 copy of Whiptail, 1 copy of Ramram, and 1 copy of Thoroughblade. Ratpier is the most important, being able to special summon another Ratpier combos really well with Felice and Wulf the Lightsworn Beast to make our important rank 4 monsters. The rest of them are extremely good at helping us get to double Ratpier, but also being zoos in the name and being searchable and special summonable through our 6 cards we run to recurse them. Next is the Predaplant engine, which consists of 3 Scorpio and 1 Darlington. This is actually a pretty good combo, but the most important thing is just special summoning the Cobra to add Brilliant Fusion from your deck to your hand. Everything after that is sizzle and sauce. Next is 2 copies of Fairy Tale Snow. Everybody wants to run 3, and I don't really blame them, but I just don't see a need for 3. Would I run 3 if I had the room? Yes, because I want to see it. Other than that, it's not really a necessity to run 3 if you can mill off as much as we do, which means Fairy Tale Snow is typically live. 2 copies of Bujin Hiruko, and you guys are like, why are you running this card? It will be explained in due time, but this is essentially one of the most important cards, being a light and beast warrior monster. 2 copies of Gem Knight Garnet. This card is bananas. It's not really that good, but we need it for the Brilliant Fusion combo. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is arguably one of our better hand traps of the deck, and it is the best hand trap of the format, so it's ran at 2. Next is our Kaiju engine, which consists of 1 Gamciel, 1 Sticky, 1 Gadarla, and 1 Raiden. All 4 kaijus unite to make a kaiju gang and basically allow us to tribute all our opponent's monsters. 1 copy of Maxx, because until they ban this card, it will forever win a national event. That's it for monsters, putting us out, I want to say 34. A lot of these choices will be explained later on, and now that I think about it, you could drop a Gem Knight Garnet for a Luzuli to add the Hiruko to your hand, but that's for a totally different story. 3 copies of Brilliant Fusion. This card is the most singular important card of the deck, allowing us to send Wulf to the graveyard and the Gem Knight monster to special summon said Wulf. 3 copies of Fire Formation Tenki adds our Beast Warriors from our deck to our hand. 3 copies of Solar Recharge. I love to draw, and so should you. 3 copies of Zoodiac Barrage. This card is literally just saying free cards. It's free. It's so free, it doesn't even cost. 3 copies of Left Arm Offering. We run this card because if we see it, it means that it's our second, third, and fourth grass is greener. 2 copies of Charge the Light Brigade. Extremely good for searching out Lightsworn. 2 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber over the Dark Hole because it serves 2 purposes. When it is milled, unlike Dark Hole, we can banish it to add a kaiju, and then it allows us to destroy all cards. 2 copies of My Body is a Shield because I am sick and tired of losing to Masterpieces and Trident. 1 copy of That Grass because it's limited. 1 copy of Raigeki, who doesn't like to destroy the opponent's monsters, and 1 copy of Foolish Burial. Free Wolves 4 days. Now this build, I just love. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's just really good, and especially the trap stat we run, which is 1 copy of Lost Wind, being able to negate special summon monsters effects, and then it resets itself when the opponent's special summon for the extra deck is critical, and then 1 Zoodiac Combo. Zoodiac Combo is really good in this deck because it basically recycles our entire extra deck and allows us to draw a card. Very easy to send to the graveyard, seeing that we're playing Lightsworns. Now this is probably the only Lightsworn deck profile that I have seen that runs 1 copy of Minerva. And why? Because we don't need Minerva in multiples. It is an amazing card, allowing us to send 3 cards, then draw, and then destroy. When it's destroyed, it's great, but we don't need it because we run a better card. 1 copy of Daiguster Emerald to help recycle those extra deck cards. 1 copy of Bujin Kai Amaterasu, easily one of the best sleeper cards coming into the next format. 2 copies of Bujin Tai Katazushi, mill 5 cards, and this card is better than this card in certain ways, and I will be able to explain that later. 1 copy of Bujin Tai Susanoo, and you guys are like, you don't even play enough Bujins for this card. Don't worry about it, I got y'all. 2 copies of Zoodiac Raiden, 1 copy of Broadbull, 1 copy of Tiger Motor, 1 copy of Chakanine, 1 copy of Hammer Kong. Let me move this back for you guys. That's it for the zoos, because you gotta run a lot of them. Next is 1 MX Saber Invoker. It's really good when you start going off with the Predaplant engine, add the Brilliant Fusion, and do that. 1 Cyframe Lord Omega, and 1 Gem Knight Seraph Knight. Now I know you guys are thinking, CaliEffect, what do you do post-link format? So when the day after this video comes up, you're gonna wonder, what is this deck profile for? So just take out the Invoker, and congratulations, you have a Decode Talker. Guess what? That Predaplant engine I was talking about, you special summon the Darlington Cobra, you play the Gem Knight Seraph Knight, you gain your normal summon, and you use all 3 for Decode Talker. Ooh, Invoker becomes obsolete. The next thing, I like to either take Trident or Daiguster Emerald out for our second Link monster, which is the Gaia Saber. But both of these cards are extremely good in this deck, and the deck really doesn't miss a beat with these, as you guys seen in the video. Now for the combo tutorial. Okay, so before we get into this combo tutorial, I want to give a shout out to my boy Premolific for getting me into this ring. You won't believe how hard it is to get into a dueling book ring. So this combo is going to make an enormous board, and the only thing you need is Predaplant Scorpio, a monster to discard with, and a way to normal summon one of your zoo monsters. So you're going to start off by normal summoning Scorpio, and then using its effect to pitch 1 monster from your hands to the graveyard. That's going to go ahead and special summon the Darlington Cobra to your side of the field, if I can find it. Here we go. And then the Darlington Cobra's effect is going to activate to add Brilliant Fusion to your hand. Next, you're going to activate Brilliant Fusion, and then you're going to send Wulf the Lightsworn Beast to your graveyard, as well as Gem Knight Garnet. If you are playing the Luzuli route, you can send the Luzuli if you happen to have a Hiruko to your graveyard, which is only going to add more awesome combos to your arsenal. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon the Wulf Lightsworn Beast, and now I'm going to special summon the Gem Knight Seraphite into my extra monster zone. Then I would gain the effect of Gem Knight Seraphite to get my extra summon if I had an applicable monster. If it was already the Zoo, then perfect, you're good to go. Next, we're going to use all three of the Seraphite, the Lonefire Scorpio, and the Darlington Cobra to link summon for Decode Talker. Where's the Decode Talker? Alright, there we go. Sweet, now that we have the Decode Talker on the field, we can activate Zoodiac Barrage to destroy Brilliant Fusion, which is going to special summon Zoodiac Ratpier to our side of the field. As you guys can see, I'm leaving this combo pretty much empty because there is so many things you can do. I had 2 summons as well as a Zoodiac Barrage in hand. It's a lot of things to do. Oops, why did I mean to do that? Why did I do that? With the Zoodiac Ratpier, you are going to overlay into Zoodiac Hammer Kong, and that's going to allow you to special summon the second Zoodiac Ratpier to your side of the field. So let me go ahead and detach the Ratpier to summon the other Ratpier to our side of the field. And then with that, we're going to exceed into both of those monsters for our main guy, Bujin Katazushi, which is going to send 5 cards from our deck to our graveyard. 3, 4, 5. Next, we're going to use the Hammer Kong to make Zoodiac Broad Bull, which is going to activate its effect to detach itself to search Bujin Hiruko. We're then going to banish Bujin Hiruko after we activate it in the scale, of course. Let me just add this to my hand because I'm gonna get there very soon. We're gonna activate Bujin Hiruko on our pendulum scale and banish it to summon Bujin Susanoo to our side of the field. Bujin Susanoo is gonna detach a material to add the second Hiruko, and now we're gonna activate it in our scale, banish face up. All right, that's actually banished, guys. You guys didn't see that. Banish it to summon our second Bujin Katazushi to our side of the field. This allowed us to mill 10 cards in 1 turn. Now, I bet you guys are wondering, why do you have Maxx in your hand? And it's fairly simple. Let's say, for example, we're going to go put this to our extra deck. And we're going to stop right at the first Bujin Katazushi play. We're gonna have to put this to extra. We're gonna stop right at our first Bujin Katazushi play, which is going to summon itself. As you guys can see, it's not in the appropriate link zone, but at this point in time, I'm pretty sure you guys don't care. You just want to see the combo. You're going to make the Broad Bull to search the Hiruko the exact same way, and then you are going to make Bujin Amaterasu. If Maxx was already milled in your graveyard, that's perfectly fine. During your opponent's turn, you're going to banish the Maxx and 7 different cards to special summon Fairy Tale Snow. But the most important thing is that you're going to use the second effect of Amaterasu to detach 1 material to add Maxx to your hand for easy access for your opponent's turn. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. What's good with you, fam? You guys can always catch me on social media, Face Chat or MyGram. It's always going to be the TheCaliEffect. Most importantly, if you want to buy the cheapest cards from your favorite YouTuber, you can go to eBay or in Google Documents that is down below in the description. Make sure you subscribe to my alternate channel, King of Leon, for other things TheCaliEffect related, but most importantly, treat yourself to another one of these videos down below. Thanks for watching.